Hello, I'm Dr. Ken Landau from MySkin.Clinic. Let's talk about refreshing your looks. You want to look younger? You want to look more relaxed? What do? Well, most people turn to fillers. Now, what kind of filler are we talking about? Well, for the most part, we're talking about a hyaluronic acid filler. And the granddaddy of them all is the Juvederm family. So let's talk a little bit about the differences between Botox and Juvederm, since some people still confuse the two. We realize that Botox is a chemical that works on muscle contractions. It relaxes the muscles, and as a result, it treats those lines, wrinkles, and creases that occur between the eyes on the forehead and around the crow's feet area. Now, it takes Botox from the time of injection, takes it about a week or two to work, and continues to work for about 3 to 4 months before you have to go back and get some more. On the other hand, fillers, and we'll talk about Juvederm specifically, and Juvederm is a family of products. It contains Juvederm Ultra, Juvederm Ultra Plus, and now Juvederm Voluma. These were originally brought onto the market, the first in 2006 and Juvederm Voluma in 2013. These medicines contain hyaluronic acid, and the hyaluronic acid is present in the skin. Normally, lots in babies, it tends to hold water. As we get a little bit older, the hyaluronic acid content of the skin is reduced, and as a result, there's less water in the skin appears less plump, and then you get the lines, wrinkles, and creases that we don't want. Well, it appears that we can inject the Juvederm products, and this quite versatile line can restore the hyaluronic acid, and then we find that it brings in the water to the skin, and in doing that, gets rid of those unwanted creases. Now, we know that these products are originally intended to treat the area between the nose and the sides of the mouth. We call those the laugh lines or the nasolabial creases, and the lines and creases between the mouth and the chin, we call that the marionette lines. Well, originally that was the intent, that was the Food and Drug Administration authorization, but we've learned over time that these medicines have a lot more versatility. So, for instance, they can reduce the tear troughs, they can treat the area on the forehead, they can treat the lines and wrinkles in the sides of the eyes, and then they can also restore volume, especially with Voluma. It tends to restore volume lost in the mid-cheek. Are the treatments painful? No, of course they're not. You go and see the doctor, and you get a little bit of topical numbing. Maybe you have some ice applied to the skin. Sometimes people use xylocaine, and that's all there is. Which filler should you choose? Well, there's a lot of talk, a lot of banter about, well, Juvederm is the best, or some people say Restylane is the best, or Belotero is the best. But in spite of all of the commercial advertising, it seems that the products actually share more similarities than differences. So it doesn't seem to make too much difference which one you choose, with certain exceptions, of course. Are there any downsides of the treatment? Well, not really. You can have some swelling, some redness, maybe even a little bit of bruising. It tends to last anywhere between a couple hours and a couple days. If you have some bruising, there's always arnica that you can apply topically or take by mouth. Maybe there's laser therapy. Sometimes just cover it with makeup. Are there any restrictions after therapy? No, of course not. Basically, you can do what you want. Right after therapy, you can go back to work, go back to your normal activities. If you are considering some exercise, well, maybe delay that for 24 hours. And when you get in the shower, don't make it really hot. Don't have any alcohol for the day after therapy. And when you go to bed at night, sleep on your back with your head over a pillow or two. If you do that, chances are you'll be in relatively good shape. How long do the fillers last? Well, they tend to last somewhere around 6 months to maybe 9 months, even up to a year, except in the case of Juvederm Voluma, it might last as much as 2 years. So let's take a look at some before and after pictures. You can see that there's quite dramatic improvement with the Juvederm family. Those lines, wrinkles, and creases are improved, and as a result, you look one heck of a lot better, you look more rested. You go out and your friends say, something different about you, you look pretty doggone good. And all of that with just a quick injection. How long does the therapy take? Well, it's actually very short. From the time you get the treatment started, after the numbing and after everything else has been done, once treatment starts, it's done in 5 or 10 or maybe even 15 minutes and you're back to normal. So if you'd like to look more refreshed, if you want to look a little bit younger, one of the things that you can do that's very easy is a filler, and a filler containing hyaluronic acid. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. Ken Landau.